Hello, boys and girls. This is March 2022. My name is Philip Richardson, owner of True Analog Strictly AM and host of the Loudspeaker Sourcing Show. After I vomited from watching the State of the Union, I couldn't stand anymore. I only watched a few minutes and that was enough for me. It just shows that the leader of the most powerful nation in the world is clueless. But we'll talk about it in another. This video is not about that. This video is about speakers. Neodymium pricing has gone up through the roof again. There's been a huge demand of neodymium. So all of you cats that are designing neodymium motors, you have to go back to the drawing board and make ferrite motors. So you've got to get, now you have to turn on your thinking cap and go from a neo motor long excursion back to FE long excursion. So that means you have to think about what is the biggest, the BFM, biggest fucking magnet or smartest design I can get to get the maximum amount of B with minimal amount of ferrite. Well, that would be a neodymium if you think about it, but we're not using those, so we have to use ferrite. And as we know, ferrite, the B travels across the surface area. In order to get more B, you need to have a bigger magnet in OD, not necessarily thicker, not thicker, just bigger. So a larger OD, keep that in mind. Larger OD is going to yield you more B, more juice in the gap. And then fool around with a top plate. So your top plate, if you make your top plate, make a top plate taller, and then you can make it slimmer down so you don't waste solid steel and have a higher amount of loss due to undersaturation on the B. It's true, really true, that magnet prices have gone up. Actually, everything's gone up. Whether it's arbitrary or not, it's gone up. Okay, prices have gone up, and that's because the market is hard to predict. People who are jockeying for live sound are now jockeying just to get the business of live sound, because live sound, there's not that many concerts going on nowadays. Sure, summer's approaching, but we don't have Kiss or Van Halen performing every other weekend like before. We've got smaller venues, you know, few thousand, few hundred, under 100 venue, not hundreds of thousands of venues. So that live sound, unfortunately, is taking a big hit around the world. You would think that the scientists know by now that COVID, which is a little bit stronger than the flu, kind of dies down in the summertime, is more prevalent in the wintertime, but I'll leave that to our supreme leader, Fauci, who seems to know everything about it. And when he wakes up, he'll sing a different tune. The speaker business is tough nowadays. I'm not going to lie. It's caused our customers, a lot of our customers, to think about, all right, we can't have unobtainium materials anymore. We've got to come down a notch and get more affordable. So more affordable AMTs, air motion transformers, and think about the motor structures to power that. And we have to think about higher efficiency drivers to closer match the sensitivity of an AMT. We have to be smarter on the designs and lower costing on the designs. So we have to cater. We're on the bottom of the food chain. Actually, the guys supplying the frame, the surround, cone, dust cap, spider, tinsel leads, this cheap fucking fiber board, 3-cent glass fiber connector board, the rubber on the tinsel leads, you know, they're on the bottom of the food chain. So they require, you know, huge quantities just to make it make sense for them to open their doors. So when you wonder where do MOQs come from, minimum order quantities. It's not that they're pulling out their ass. They have to make up a certain amount of product to pay for the workers for that day. So for the large part, it's true, you know. Some things are arbitrary, like the ink on printing the cartons. That's just like silly. So when people want to give me a cost for that, I say, go away, try again, you know. Don't let these times. There's a lot of crap. There's a lot of garbage in the industry today. What I mean by that is when America woke up and said, "Oh, in 2019 there is a big issue coming on," and so there's this big hustle to manufacture product and make product and ship product, and so you kept the factories busy here in China. I'm in China, and so we're hustling, and we're loading containers of product. And then some brilliant people at the ports decided, like the Port of Long Beach, decided, oh, we don't have enough people to unload the containers. Oh, we don't have the right kind of trucks to pick up the containers and take it. Oh, we don't have enough. There's all these excuses. In the meantime, an average container holds 3,000 to 5,000. An average container ship holds 3,000 to 5,000 containers. And as of this moment, I checked just a few hours ago, there's 55 ships off the coast of Long Beach, trailing all the way down to Huntington Beach, California, full of containers. They're going to be out there another 2 months, 3 months. So there is a domino effect that's going to happen if it's not happening now in the States, where you can't get product because they can't unload the fucking containers, because the union pukes and other people who have control of the Port of Long Beach and LA managed it poorly. They're trying to catch up, and then the shipping charges, oh my God, just ridiculous. What was once $4,500 for a 40-foot container is now $15,000, $20,000 for a 40-foot container. So guess who pays for that? You do. You know, sure, the manufacturer like myself and the good customers, they absorb as much as they can, but we can't afford to take the brunt for everything. So if you want something, you're going to see a cost increase due to shipping, and that's normal. That's just the way it is. It's no secret. Someone's got to pay for it, and we can't bear the cost on the shipping all the time. We can share some of it, and then our customer, the name brands, can share some of it. But it's tough, man. It's tough. Just realistically speaking, business is tough because no one knows where it's going. They're not sure where the market's going right now. Is it going down and dirty or high end? We're doing really well high end, but I can't say that everyone's doing well high end. Anyway, so if you see cost increases, rest assured from a fellow American based here in China, it's real. They're not yanking your chain. It's real. Mostly magnet prices just shot through the roof. So over the past few weeks, I've had to cry, and carry some of that weight and tell the customers, yeah, I'm sorry, man, just cost increase. And it's true. All of it's true. Thanks for listening, and all the best to you. Go Brandon.